So this video is going to be a true confessions from an Instagram model for her being a porta potty. I'm going to read the thing they wrote in. It's explicit, so if you don't want to hear like all the gruesome details and stuff, I suggest you click off this video. It said I called out a really good friend of mine for being a porta potty after seeing her on the, I'm not going to say the website name, and she admitted everything. By the way, she is 22 and drives a 2011 CL5550, owns a condo in Newport Beach. That's in California, like in the rich upper area in Orange County. I think it's Orange County. I'm from Florida, but I think it's Orange County. Not bad for a girl who didn't even graduate high school. So I wanted the same stuff. I asked her for a few months about it, and she told me when something opens up, she will let me know. Christmas came, and she told me that January 5th, there was a trip planned that she needed three girls for. It paid a total of $40,000 for anything goes. And she put anything in all capital letters to St. Bart's for a weekend. That's more than I make in a year.
Notice she said the girl didn't graduate high school. Left high school for this. Sad.
So I said, fuck it. My girl warned me. She says shit gets crazy. I'm a freak in bed, so I love when shit gets crazy. I was really thinking this is my new gig and this is easy as fuck. As soon as my STD came back negative 4 hours later, I had my 8,000 transferred into my account. Three of it for it to get to St. Bart's. It's $3,000 to get to St. Bart's from California. I guess by private jet or whatever, but I don't know. Um, Three of it to get to St. Bart's, and the remaining was my deposit, quote unquote, which was a going rate at 12.5%. I was so happy. I was so happy. So I get there, and as soon as I get to the hotel, there's a note telling me to be ready for dinner and going on a yacht for 2 nights. And that's another 12.5% had been deposited. And I will receive the rest of my 30K before I step on a plane home. 10K already for nothing. I was thinking. Next day, we get on a 200-foot yacht. On, is, on it is my friend and the other girl and 9 Arabian guys. I was starting to doubt what the hell I got into. Six of them were fat and all of them were hairy and it was intense. We started drinking to ease the nerves, and the guys don't even pay attention to us or say anything to us. They just sat there and played board games and smoked cigars. A few hours later, one of their servants comes up and tells us it's time. We all go to separate rooms, and the servant tells us to get completely naked and lay on the bed and don't move. I was beyond fucked up at the time, and a million thoughts were running through my head. Three of the guys came in the room, and all of them were wearing robes. The first guy takes his robe off and makes me get closer to him on the edge of the bed, and then he sticks it in me. 3 to 4 minutes later, he makes a weird yelling noise in Arabian and takes his wee wee out. She said the other word. Jumps on the bed and then ejaculate out all over my face. I tried to wipe it out of my eye. He slapped my hand so hard in the face, and the little kids, I'm gonna call them, splatters everywhere and yells at me not to move. White bitch. So the next two guys take a little longer, maybe 7 or 8 minutes to do the same. Now my face just glazed. I hear all three walking out laughing, and the servant comes in and tells me not to clean my face. Takes my hands and walks me to the shower. I thought it was done. Nope. While in the shower, my three guys came back in and literally started peeing on me. My boyfriend is into golden showers, so it was nothing for me. They basically cleaned my face off with their pee. 10 minutes later, I finally get to.
This is basically what it's like for women who have no skills, no real education, and this is what they do, like letting men pee toxic liquids in their face, all for money. And she has a boyfriend
Wash off, and that was it.
who also is into this type of stuff. She didn't graduate high school, and this is She's getting disrespected by a boyfriend and disrespected by strangers, all for money.
We sat down after we washed off and had a great dinner and drank and did some more blow. Throughout the night, different guys in groups of 1 to 4 grab us and take us in the room and have sex with us. I wasn't bad at all. The next night though is what really got insane. Wait, so after these people that peed all over you and came all over your face, y'all sit down and have dinner like it was nothing? This is crazy. The next night though is when it really got insane. After all day out of After all day out at the sea and sex, the servant let us know that tonight is the most important night to make sure we look our best. I walked into my sex room and had plastic all over my bed. I figured they wanted to be on me on the bed. So this time, instead of three coming in the room, only one does. He has sex with me and he comes all over my face again. And then he pops and squats and poop all over my chest. And when he was pushing it out, it became liquefied and got in my face and mouth. I started instantly.
I'm sorry. All right. I'm, I'm sorry, but damn, winter is coming, man. Yo. Yo, Game of Thrones reference, man. Winter came to King's Landing. They just don't even know it yet. These Instagram thoughts. Oh, yo, yo, I, yo. How many of you remember that Dave Chappelle song? Wee, a little doo doo, and you know, a little pierce. I remember those that Dave Chappelle skit. A little wee, a little woo woo. Oh man, yo.
To pop up and start throwing up everywhere. He grabs me by my hair and slaps me so hard and tells me not he's not finished. But I could not stop throwing up since I had poo in my mouth. With his broken English, he told me if he doesn't finish, then I don't get paid. Right then and there, I never missed my boyfriend more. I just wanted him to hold me and cuddle me, and I couldn't take it. So all of Sunday, I was secluded from everyone else. Fed only once, and
Hold up, man. You doing this, then take a shower, and you want to go back to your boyfriend with all that bacteria in your mouth? Yo, these women are just scandalous. They don't care. They don't have no soul. That man gonna kiss you, and all that doodle is. Oh man, that brown mile was all in your mouth. All that brown mile. That dude's breakfast was in your mouth. You gonna. That's why I named it the Brown Mile.
dropped him off at the dock with everyone else. I was notified I would not get paid by 30,000 due to the fact I didn't follow through. I don't even care. I still made 10K, but I don't see how these girls do that. It's like having sex with Chewbacca and he's pissing and shitting on you after. This business is not for me. Why would you put, girl, you already had it in your mouth. You might as well put a just straight down on your face for your other 30K. You already had it in your mouth. How much nasty can you get? I'm not condoning this, but that's just logical sense. And they ain't even had enough to pay you. They only fed you only once, girl, to tell you what they really think of you. This is really crazy. Um, they didn't write in for advice. They just wrote that in. But I don't know. And you have a boyfriend doing all this. Did he know that you was doing all this? And he was like, okay.
Man, he give a tongue. Oh man, her boyfriend probably give. She probably want tongue from her boyfriend, and they just interlocking. That's tons. Oh man, bacteria, E. coli. You just giving your boyfriend E. coli. Like I said, man, these women don't care. They don't care. No low self esteem. Don't want to get help. Yet you going overseas, letting a man defecate on you. They call it, I think, corpophilia. And this is what's happening, man. It's not just the OnlyFans. All this is sex work, man. All this is sex work. And scary thing, this will one day be the future. You don't think that these men doing this stuff to these women will bring it over here to America, bring it to the black community, bring it to minority communities, and make it normalized. And they'll fight for some way to bring it over here under some guise, under some movement, something, and they'll get these hotep black men to accept it so they could get sex. Most of these hotep black men, they only do this praise queen and the black woman's god crap is to get sex, right? That's the perfect combination. That's the perfect way to bring that mess over into the black community. That's another reason why I did this today, did this live stream, to show you where this crap is coming to. This is coming to America. One of these days, mark my words, this is coming to America, and it's coming to the black community.
I was on that website probably like last year, something, the sponsor guys, and they catch women up on Instagram and stuff about selling the cootie cat cross. They like pretend like these rich men to see if the girl's gonna bite and like make a request all the dances stuff they want to do with her for how much. And some of the girls were inviting their boyfriends, and their boyfriend was down with it, which is really crazy. So I don't know if her boyfriend was down with her, knew what she was doing, what she didn't even tell him, but her friend, I don't know, maybe accidentally got into her mouth and was supposed to get into her mouth, because you're not supposed to be having feces and all that stuff in your mouth. You can really get sick, like really bacteria and all that stuff are in feces.
They don't care. They don't care. They want that money. But here's the thing, though. The funny thing is like if they get caught by customs, the customs take all the money back. you some man's public bathroom, piss and doodle all over you, and you end up carrying that cash and may have it taken from you, and all that trauma for nothing. He may probably get the money back and he laughing his backside off while you go and, popping pills when you get back to the States. Half that money going to doctors and psychiatrists anyway.
It's just really nasty. That's why when you don't wipe babies and stuff, they get rashes and stuff.
Remember now, they say sex work is real work. This is the nonsense that they will say is empowering. Watch. Mark my words. They will try to bring this to America and bring this to the black community, and they will use the black conscious community to do it.
Even though they're just babies, they're not really eating anything but like milk and the little cereal that go in the milk. So, but if you don't wipe it off, they get like infections and rashes and stuff. So that's just really, really nasty. And you say you popped up, you should have just like laid there and just finish it off to get your rest of your money, because it already done been in your damn mouth. Like, I don't know. I know I couldn't do it. Oh Lord, the germaphobe in me, I probably would have like a panic attack or a heart attack or something. Because like, oh wait, the germaphobe in me couldn't take that. And the comb on your face, that ain't really nothing. That's just something new people do that for normally. But peeing all on your face to get it off, especially that pee got in your eye. I know that joint probably burn. Because sometimes pee can be warm and stuff. Ooh, wait, job.
No, these dudes, pee could probably be hot. Who knows? I mean, discharges, you don't know what STDs they got. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna piss on it. I don't even know. I want to piss on you. Piss on you. Set your body. It's a little body. And a Just saying, man. Just saying. Whoo wee. Man, that stuff was funny. Oh man. Oh boy, that's whoo. But this sad thing is that this is the way things go, man. This is how things go with these women that go overseas and do this type of stuff for money. And they think that it's worth it. It's actually not. I think maybe I should do a Dubai series, like just for laughs, and talk about how these chicks, like, you know, this just isn't worth it, man. It just isn't. All right. Because, I mean, the trauma, the mental trauma, okay, after what you did, it will always stay with you. And like I said, you will be happy you got the money, but you won't be proud of how you got it. There's an old saying, you know, you're happy you get the money, but make sure you're proud of how you got it. Because at the end of the day, you got to look at yourself in the mirror. Dubai porta potties. Rich men in Dubai are pooping on Instagram models. Better hope they're not having that extra fiber breakfast. Oh, boy. Lord help you if they're lactose intolerant. Oh, man. Cool runnings, man. Cool runnings. Before I begin, please note that in this article, I am not talking about Instagram influencers, as in people who are paid to promote products or destinations on their Instagram pages. I'm talking about people who do not take on any brand deals or legit model gigs, but yet still seem to live the life of an influencer. It should also be noted that this article is not for a faint of heart and is not suitable for anybody under the age of 18. Okay, let's begin. Yeah, have you ever looked at an Instagram model and wondered how she works to travel constantly without seemingly to have a job or actually modeling work? Have you ever looked at these 10 out of 10 girls and wondered how they're able to spend their time in private jets and sunning themselves on super yachts without ever taking on paid promotions or creating content that required an actual skill? You ever wondered why in these girls' bios there's often an email address for booking inquiries, despite the fact that these people are not actual influencers or models? These girls do not work with tourism boards or promote fancy hotels. They stay in fancy hotels, sure, but they are not being paid to promote them. Well, dear readers, I'm here to tell you that if you see a drop-dead gorgeous girl with 100K followers on Instagram drinking cocktails in Dubai, there's a very high probability that she is being pooped on by a rich Arab. Oh, boy. It's just, wow. Allow me to explain. Sex work is not new. Since the dawn of time, women and men have been using their bodies to make bank. It is no great surprise to me that young women are capitalizing on what God gave them in order to travel the world and make 5 figures at a night. In my opinion, if a woman chooses to work in the sex industry, then more power to her. The sex industry is perhaps the only industry where women make more money than men, a lot more, where there are no entry requirements and where a woman can set her own hours, rates, and choose what services she does and does not provide. So seriously, if you want to be a sex worker, then do you, girl. I actually wrote about this topic in my article about cam girls, just in case you're interested. It is also of no great surprise to me that sex work has shifted into the digital age. Digitalizing sex work allows men to be safer. Not really, no. After what just happened to Mercedes Moore. For example, escort websites allow the sex worker to vet the clients online before a meeting, and also allows them to do sex work from within the comforts of their own home. For example, webcam modeling or adult phone lines. Something else that is of no great surprise to me is that sexually repressed cultures have some seriously messed up citizens. Seriously, if you want to create a whole society of perverts, then make human sexuality taboo, and you'll be amazed of how creative people can get. This may not be politically correct, but it is true. Don't come for me. I would think the fact of, certain things in cultures that, with pornography and that kind of leads to perversion, and not open, healthy dialogue about sex and what it's meant for and what it's not meant for. I think that's what leads to perversion. With these 3 things in mind, you would think that what I'm about to tell you came as no great surprise to me. However, just when I thought Dubai could not get any worse, it outdid itself. Not being content with luring foreign workers to the UAE under false pretenses of swanky apartments and great salaries before forcing them to work as slaves, Dubai has decided that actual forced labor is so last year. The end thing in Dubai is the phenomenon that has been known as the Dubai Porta Potty. What? So I'm sure you're wondering exactly what is a Dubai Porta Potty. Well, ladies and gents, Dubai has decided that what is the way more fun than gross human rights abuses and modern slavery is paying Instagram models to let you do horrible things to them. And I'm not talking about a little 50 Shades of Grey here. In the Persian Gulf, things get real weird. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you allow a person to poop on you for thousands of dollars? Well, if you're a rich Arab in the UAE or perhaps Saudi royal and you want to see just how low women from the West will sink in order to make a few bucks, it's very simple. You browse Instagram for the hottest girl you can find and then invite her to Dubai for a 30,000 USD paid holiday, and then she can post about to all her adoring followers. And what does she have to do in return? Well, the choice is yours. Do you want to take a ton of laxatives and take a dump on her chest? Do you want to see how happy she can be with a $2 million camel? Maybe you want her to put a live salmon in her. Whoa. You don't have to take my word for it. A few years ago, a website named Tag the Sponsor decided to expose Instagram models, and it didn't take long for it to be inundated with screenshots of these girls agreeing to do all sorts of lurid acts for money. Tag the Sponsor features images and videos of hot young girls agreeing to do everything from pleasure camels to have sex with underage boys. Wow. Now, of course, these screenshots are mostly fakes in the sense that a person asking the girls to go to Dubai is usually a troll. However, the girls are real, and in their minds, they are truly agreeing to do these things. If nothing else, the pictures are proof that some women are willing to agree to do things for money. Oh, God. I'm looking at this camel picture. The man in the exchange will send a direct message or email to the girl asking if she wants to go to Dubai for all expenses paid trip. Usually the girls know the drill and they immediately begin taking numbers. The guy will offer around $5,000 for normal sex, but then very quickly will start talking about how he will pay big money if she will indulge in his fetishes. The fetishes are listed. The girl agrees, usually on video, as proof, and she is consenting, which is a murky issue, and we will cover later. And she also agrees to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Here it is right here. What are your fetishes? What kind of fetishism? Because if you want, that is why it will be hard. I can stand it, but as long as something bad does not happen to me. Okay. Tell me what kind of fetishism and tell me what exactly what you want. We will do anal. Ew, shit. Oh my gosh. Sheesh. Wow. Whoa. Oh man, I'm not even gonna read most of this. Wow. This is wow. Chat. Yeah. The girl is then flown out to the UAE, and then that's where the magic happens. In addition to doing whatever humiliating acts the man wants her to do, she will make sure to get a few snaps of herself on his yacht or in his jet. She will post pictures to Instagram to flex her lavish lifestyle. Of course, seeing pictures of a hot girl sipping champagne in a private jet is a perfectly innocent image to most people, but to those in the know, these pictures are a marketing ploy. The girls will list their locations as London, Dubai, including email address for booking inquiries in their profile, and feature countless images of themselves living it up in Dubai. Once you know the signs, it's very easy to spot a girl who is involved, especially when you take a peek at who they are following and the people who comment in the photos. Hint, it's usually wealthy Emirates. Wow. All this for money. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that this is all a hoax. That just because these girls say they will do these things, there's no proof that they actually have done them. I mentioned earlier that many people sending screenshots to tag the sponsor are actually regular guys pretending to be rich sheiks in order to lead the girls into saying some self-incriminating things. What I do, I know. Do you invite a lot of girls? And my camel is trained. I know this stuff. Yes, but I've moved here from Russia to Sweden. Also, fun fact, I've been contacted on numerous occasions on Instagram and Twitter by rich men from the UAE asking if I want to be flown out there and party with them for $30,000. At the time, I figured it was sex work related, but I had no idea the true depravity that goes down on these trips. Oh, I am glad I never responded. Anyway, in response to those that see all this as a hoax, let me reinsert a quote from an anonymous Instagram model who decided to tell Atlanta Celebrity News about her experiences with the Saudi royals. She says, I literally been pissed on and shitted on so many times. I just don't understand why they like it. But after the third time, you get shit on, you get used to it. I've had to have sex with a... Wow. Oh, boy. Got paid to eat that. Wow. I've got paid to get beat up. I've even had to stick a salmon in some 65-year-old man's backside. I've had to have... Whoa. I've been spearing my face with this. She went through some R. Kelly crap. So to all you ladies that are going to bash me, I'm 24 years old and I have $1 million liquid in my bank account. I am now retired and I can have a normal sex with whoever I want. Yeah, with an army of psychiatrists at your beck and call. All right. What you just did here is this model is a sex offender. Basically. All right. That she just basically, if she did this in the States, she would be in prison. Basically. All right. What she did would land her in prison. Okay. This is insane. Insane. There are a lot of people in this world who have a lot of more money than $1 million, and they aren't having sex with Germans. Sorry, they ain't having sex with German shepherds. Oh boy. It kind of makes me want to say a quote. Here, wolf, wolf as men. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Replicant Fish. First off, do you realize how many people have millions and millions of dollars in their bank accounts and didn't have to smear some Saudi royal shit on their faces? Do you understand that if you are not business-minded, $1 million can disappear like that? Yes. One bad business deal. I'm going out on a limb and say that this chick will be broke when she's 30. She will continue to living the high life, vacation in the UAE and blowing $30,000 a night on hotel rooms before she knows that she will be broke once more. Yeah, because the trauma is real. She put herself through so much trauma. She has to find things to block it out. Alcohol, drugs, wild parties. This is what people do when they've experienced trauma. Especially some females. For some reason, women thinks that anybody who disagrees with her lifestyle is just a person that wants to bash her because they are jealous. Well, I'm here to say that I'm not some lady that wants to bash you because I'm jealous. If you want to screw your way to $1 million, then do you and get that money. However, if your job involves bestiality and abusing somebody, abusing underage person, then I'm afraid you can't be put on a high horse. I'm honestly fine with the idea that women are allowing rich dudes to defecate in them, but if you're okay with it, then so am I. Kink shaming is not my bag, and just because I personally don't want a dude shitting on my face, I really could care less if you want to accept money for that. I mean, it's a dirty job and all, but someone's got to do it, I guess. However, when you bring camels, dogs, and underage people to the table, then this is where you lose the right to defend your actions. A dog cannot have sex. Underage person cannot have sex. I don't care if some dude is paying you to do those things. The bottom line is that You committed a human rights violation. If someone wanted to pay you to kill somebody, would you do it? This may sound like an extreme example, but I'm using it to illustrate the fact that just because you are being paid to do something does not make it legitimate. It does not absolve you from responsibility. And the crapping on these men participating in coprophilia, which is basically defecating on another person. Okay. And these are the DMs, the exchange of messages here. Okay. From Angel Vargas. How long and what fetishes are you willing to do? You are very beautiful. Thank you very much. I'm pretty open for a week. Are you okay with coprophilia and salmophilia? What's that? You don't have to, but if you will, I will be willing to pay extra. Coprophilia is defecating on your chest, and salmophilia is usurp a salmon up a man's butt. Oh gosh. Live salmon of the rectum. I've never heard of such salmon. No, sorry, not the salmon. How much to pay? $25,000 in total. Damn, that's tempting. Everything is negotiable. Oh my God. You see for money. Up to, want to be comfortable? Thank you. Wow. Working as Dubai porter potty is not safe. Sex work is one of the most dangerous jobs on the planet. High-class escorts working with agencies often become victims of violence, rape, and murder. Even online sex work is not without its risk. Countless webcam girls have been doxxed, stalked, and harassed because the bottom line is that the biggest threat to a woman's safety is a man. Sorry, but it's true. And women in the sex industry are incredibly vulnerable to danger. That is true. So then if even webcam girls and high-class escorts are in danger, what about girls flying thousands of miles away to countries with shocking human rights abuses, signing non-disclosure agreements, and being locked in rooms with royalty? Do you honestly believe that if these dudes were not happy for some reason or felt as though they were going to be exposed, that they would actually not hesitate in making you disappear? Please do not underestimate just what these men. That is true, because I was looking on Tag the Sponsor, and there was a woman. She ended up dying. She ended up being hanged on the front of a boat that was owned by one of these rich men. She called her brother and her mother, sobbing. That's the last they ever heard of her. It's not a game out there. Sex work is dangerous. What's more, do you seriously think that these girls are able to go to the police if they get into trouble on any of these trips? Of course not. Women in Dubai can go to prison if they are assaulted because sex outside of marriage is illegal. How do you think it would be if a woman being paid for sex, allegedly that an Emirate billionaire had, assaulted her? How do you think it would go if a woman who made a video consenting to being paid to have sex with, crimes, then allegedly was, assaulted? It wouldn't go well. It wouldn't go well at all. I'm not exaggerating when I say that these women are putting themselves on the line for a few $1,000 and some nice designer handbags. That is true. I could understand a woman, she's sold into this type of work, sold into this type of industry, and she's forced to do this. All right. I understand that she had no choice. She's forced with death if she doesn't do these things. But these women are going over there at their own free will. They come from good homes. Some of them, they could stay in America and work and get the money. It will take time, but they will get that money. Instead, they go over here for fast cash, risking their lives. Okay. That's the problem. That is the problem. I'm not exaggerating when I say that women are committing horrendous crimes for the sake of a trip to Dubai. This is not me bashing women or sex workers. This is not me being anti-feminist. This is me standing up for what is right and speaking out against what is wrong. It is wrong for these men to do the things they do to women, but it's also wrong for these women to do what they are doing. Exactly. It's a two-way street. These men aren't putting a gun to their head. They're actually signing non-disclosure agreements to do this stuff. They're not just putting themselves at risk, but they're harming others in the process. I simply cannot sit back and say her body, her choice, or sex workers' work when talking about this particular phenomenon. If I could say anything to the women who are doing this, it would be this. Think about what you are doing. Have a long, hard think about the things that you are doing for money, and ask yourself whether this is just sex work or this is something darker, something more dangerous, and something that you can justify when you could go to bed at night. Exactly. Some of these women cannot sleep. Okay, they cannot sleep. You know, a lot of people who do heinous acts and stuff, they have to take sleeping pills to go to bed. They, you know, go into depression, drug abuse, and sometimes commit suicide because they cannot handle what they have done. And so this brings us back almost to the end. I couldn't think of a fitting conclusion for this, and all that my immature mind can come up with is camel puns. I mean, do you think these girls will get the hump with me if they read this article? Oh boy. All right. I know that lots of you reading this are probably curious about how to become a blogger or influencer. I'd like to share a little something with you. Blogging is not easy. It takes hard work and savvy business mind. With that said, if you do it right, you will see incredible results and true passive income. Most of the money that I make on this blog comes from that over 2 years old. Okay, so that's what I've read. All right, and this is what goes on, bro. Yes, a life. That's exactly, Mr. T. Lifetime of scars for a minute of pleasure. Exactly. Those. It's like basically. How do I say this? It's kind of like selling yourself out for pieces of silver, being a Judas to yourself. You know, you sell yourself out for 30 pieces of silver for nothing, because in the end, all that money is going to go to doctor bills, your mental health, psychiatrist. You're going to be drinking, popping pills, random sex, because you can't get over the fact of the things you've done for that money. I mean, these women, if they did this stuff here in America, they will be under the jail. Okay? Under the jail. I want a feminist really, I want a feminist know about this stuff. That's what I want to know. Do feminists know about this stuff? I'm actually talking to people on Podbean right now. Do feminists know about this stuff? And where are the feminists? I wonder if they know about Dubai. Do the feminists know about Dubai? What do they have to say about that? I want to hear what they got to say. I wonder, would they say my body, my choice, or would they shame the women and tell them they can't do this? Something scary in my mind thinks they probably wouldn't, for political correctness. Come up with some excuse. They're oppressed. Some nonsense. That's what I think. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mr. T. That's what I'm saying. Do you want to come up and talk for a few minutes? I'll give you like 2 minutes. Talk about it, and then I'm about to end this stream, man. But that's what I'm saying, man, Mr. T. I do not put it past the feminists that would just say, like, you know what? It's her body, her choice. These men oppressed her. You know, she's oppressed. You know, she's innocent. Some nonsense. Oh, no problem, Mr. T. You're working at the same time listening. All right, guys. I'm about to end the stream right now. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Later. I am on Podbean, Hard Talk Radio, Twitter, Teller99 Truth, Instagram, The Red Pill Man. Just put Red Pill Man. Facebook page, Red Pill Man page 2. Instagram, Hard Talk Radio. Anchor.fm, Hard Talk Radio. Spotify, Hard Talk Radio. Later. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.